I can explain. Hey guys, welcome back to another video where today you probably already read the title and you're probably like, Tessa, what the actual F is going on with you? And I'm just, I don't know. So you guys probably know what Wattpad is. If you don't, it's this wonderful app where you can write your own stories, and if you're a child and you're innocent, you write your own stories about like, oh, this girl fell in love, you know? But if you're an adult, if you're a kinky adult, you write fan fiction, which I did not do, by the way. I not guilty. But when I was younger, I used to read it all the time with, not fanfiction, I used to read Wattpad all the time because it was a place where other people can write their own stories, and I thought that was really cool because I was like, I want to read other people's stories, like not official authors. I want to see what people's opinions are on my like favorite games and like stuff like that. So I'm like, yeah, sure, fine, I'll do that, whatever. And then I figured out, wait, hold on a second, I can write my own books. So that's where this came in. So let's just get into it. This is an original story I wrote. There's like a JPEG. There's a JPEG image of just a random book as the cover, and the title is just default title. So, anyways, so this first chapter is called The Book. I never published this, by the way. It's a draft. So it's called The Book. But, you know, Ashley sits alone at her dinner table after hearing her grandma had passed on. She hears a knock at the door. She answered it as she wipes away a tear. "Hello," she said, looking at the ground. "Hi, are you Ashley?" the man outside the door said. "Yeah, why?" she asked as she looked up at him. "Your grandmother left this with a note. I didn't read it, but I put it in the front of the book," he said, handing Emma the book. She changed names. Okay, so it was Ashley and then it was Emma. Wait, is there just another character named Emma? Like, Ashley answers the door and then like some random person comes in and takes the book. Anyways, so Emma, handing Emma the book, "Thanks," she said, about to close the door, but he holds the door open. "I'm sorry for your loss," he says, then Emma slams the door and locks it with the house. Oh my god. Who the hell is I'm gonna stop their name for the rest of it. It was Ashley, now it's Emma. Okay, she walks to her table and slams down the book, then crossed her arms. "I'm not opening that. It's as old as the hills. There's probably a spider in it," she says as she turns away to walk to her room. Then the phone rings. "Oh my god, I don't have time for this." She answers the phone. "Hello? Hey, Ash." See, it's Ashley again. It was Emma. This makes no sense. "Hey, Ash, it's Diana." "Diana, if this is about my grandmother, I do not want to hear it," she said, about to take her eat off the phone and hanging up. "Wait, this is not about your grandmother. It's about Jason," she said. "Jason, as in my boyfriend Jason," she said, sounding afraid. Remembering the childhood date Jason had, his father abused him. Okay, wait, okay. She said, sounding afraid, remembering the childhood Jason had. His father abused him as a kid. Jason wanted to see him because he thinks he would be a better person now. But Ashley, Ashley always thinks the worst possible. She grabbed her coat and ran to the car. She didn't hang up the phone. It's like still in her. She's got a home phone on her hand. She's like, oh shoot, really? Well, let me grab my coat. Jason's dad used to abuse him. Gotta go. Don't even know where she's going, you know? Whoa. Grabbed her coat and ran to the car. Started it and speeded past every car in her way. Then she got a ticket. No. She speeded away to every car in her way. She stopped at Jason's house and banged on the window, not realizing that her friend was still on the line. Then a lady in her early 50s answered the door. Hello, she said with a smile on her face. Hello, Mrs. Ways. Is Jason here? She asked, trying to smile. No, actually, he just left. She said, what way did he go? She said, left. Why? She said, gesturing to come in. Great, thanks, she says, gasping for air as she runs to the car and heads left. When she was driving, she saw his car parked at 7-Eleven. Thank God! She pulls into the 7-Eleven, runs, and sees him. Jason, you had me scared to death, she screamed, with everyone watching. What? Why? What happened? He said, panicking. I thought you were going to see your dad, she said, then stormed out and went home and saw the book on the counter and opened a page and saw the note. Dear Ashley, you and your mother are so alike. I really hope you'll never read this note, but if you do, I'm dead. She puts down the note and opened the first page. It has a picture of her and her old boyfriend yelling at each other in a store. Whoa, is this what I did today? She started thinking of how people would always say whatever happened to her grandmother would happen to her. It's probably a coincidence, right? The phone rings. Hey babe, it's Jason. I don't know what happened in the 7-Eleven there, but I just called to say that Emily is at this party. Ashley looked at the time. A party? Are you out of your mind? You know what happened last week, she says in an angry yet scared tone of voice. I don't know what happened, babe. It's gonna be fine. He just made a bad decision, she said, rolling her eyes. Babe, it wasn't a bad decision. My brother is in the hospital now because of it, she said, screaming at the phone. I know, but I'm not going to a bar at 12 at night and try to beat up kids. What? Wait, okay. I know, but I'm not going to a bar at 12 at night and try to beat up kids, am I? He said with an even angrier tone. Ashley was silent. She didn't even make a sound. I'm sorry, babe. I took it too far, and Ashley hung up the phone and started to tear up. She looked at the next page of the book. My brother is in the hospital. Something to do with alcohol. What? She said, wiping what's left of her tears. To be continued. I'm not gonna go to a bar at 12 and beat up kids. So in spirit of the last book that I wrote, I'm gonna write a chapter 2. I'm gonna do it right here, right now, okay? So I'll be back in a second. Okay, so I made an ending part to my book. It's great. Okay, there's no way this book knows what I'm doing, Ashley thought. She flipped the page again. Oh my gosh, it says my mom also had a random girl living in her basement that randomly slams the door on delivery guys. That's crazy. Ashley receives a call. God, if this is Jason. she says as she looked at the phone. "Oh shoot, it's an unrecognized number," Emma says as she picks up the phone. "Hello," Ashley says as Emma runs into the basement with her phone. "Hello, is this Ashley?" Someone on the phone says, "Yes, it is." She says, "Oh great, your boyfriend Jason?" "Yeah, he's been in a car crash," the man says as Ashley flips the book to see a picture of her mom's boyfriend who looked just like Jason in a hospital bed. After a car crash. "No way," Ashley said. "I'm so sorry," the doctor on the end of the line said. Ashley ran to her car with Emma in her pocket and showed up at 7-Eleven. "Where's Jason?" she asked one of the employees. "Who the actual F is Jason?" he asked. "Thanks," Ashley screamed at the employee, going into the direction he told her to. She finally arrived. She got to Jason's bedside. "Jason!" she screamed. "Jesus Christ, be quiet, babe, you're annoying," he yelled at her. He then picked up a phone and dialed the number. "Who are you calling?" Ashley asked. "You, to apologize," he answered. "Damn, Emma stole my phone, so I stole her. She's in my pocket," Ashley said. "Who the F is Emma?" he asked. "I have no idea," she answered. "Why didn't you just take the phone back?" he asked. Because I'm Ashley," Ashley said. "So what does Emma do?" Jason asked. "She slams the door in delivery guys' faces." "Oh, and get this, I got this book from my grandma and it predicts the future. Well, technically, the past. But still," she slams down the book on the bed. "Ow, you just slammed it on my broken leg," Jason cried. "Oh my gosh, the book said that I would do that," she squealed. "Can you get away from me?" Jason said. "No, babe," Emma said. "We broke up 8 years ago. I call you babe as a joke. You literally killed my uncle," Jason said. "No, it was Emma," Ashley said. "Oh, you always blame everything on that creepy girl that lives in your basement. I'm breaking up with you," Jason said. "How dare you say that to me, Jason? I'm breaking up with you," Ashley said as she pulled out Jason's life support. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. This is my friend Zoe. You haven't seen her. You haven't seen her on this channel before. Also, Richard's here eating a cookie that is an S, by the way. It's an S. And so, I hope you enjoyed that video. We spent like 3 days on... Thanks for that, Richard. So we worked on this video for about like 3 days. So I hope that you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. I'm going to leave Zoe's channel out in the comments.
Oh,
and
thank you.
Richard... the comments, I meant description. And Richard just went offline, so you can't even see him.
I'm still here.
I know, but you can't see it, you. Yeah, so anyways, that's Richard. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!